I say at this point in time, and it's open, that we don't really, as a matter of fact, need the minister in our own sports. If the president is being very, very sincere about reducing the number of ministers, I'm saying for us in sports, we do not require a minister at this point in time. I mean, he has come in, what we needed is this, and he's also challenged us to the fact that there must be transparency and good audits at the end of every event, which is exactly what we stand for. Those of us who are in sports, we're just in it because we give a lot to it. We have been in it and we know what it's supposed to be. So we want to approach this from the technical point of view, not from the political angle. We want to give results. And that's exactly what we are saying. Look, let me be honest with you. If we have a minister, it's going to be an extra spend. We're going to have a lot of political diversions. Let me use that word. Let me tell you, we have challenges, especially when it comes to leadership, the administration. I'm going to challenge the presidency I'm speaking with you. Let each president of a federation look inwards and tell us exactly why he is leading his own sport. Is it because he had a passion for it? Does he have the knowledge for it? Or just because I want to be the name, just use the name, I am president of the federations. And I can tell you, 70% of those we have are not really sincere. They don't fall in line with what we really want, except the change. And the change is now. That is where it starts. When the head of a fish is rotten, the body goes bad. That is one area we're going to challenge. It's either that we did not, along the line, give them the right kind of education or administration or a vision that they require, which of course we're going to build now, or that downrightly they're just not ready for the sport. They don't have the passion. So that's where the first thing that starts.
Well, Secretary General of the Nigeria Olympic Committee, not sparing leadership, says we must get accountable leadership if sports in Nigeria will shine again. We want to join the discourse after listening to Tony Popola. Do you agree? Should leadership be addressed? Talk to us on Twitter. It's channels_sports, and on Facebook or channels sports. Even he went tough with leadership.
He had to go tough. He had to go tough because these different heads of federations needs to start being held accountable for all of their deeds, and as well the federations did. And he really said something that caught my attention. Ask how many of them are really interested in this particular sport.
The word passion.
How many of them have passion for the sport? Are they there for just the name and the prestige of being the president of a particular federation? If we can get people who are really passionate about a particular sport, who can, get funding from corporate sponsors, who can squeeze out funding from government as well, then I think Nigeria will be better. Because here's the thing: Nigeria has the potential to be extremely good in over 25 different sports, not just one sport, which is football.
Yeah.
So I think that Popola has really laid down the marker there. And another thing he said about sports not having a minister is another thing I agree with completely. There's the National Sports Commission, then there's the NFF as well.
And we can see the NSC working well now.
Exactly.
Because they have a technocrat that was also a sportsman in his days.
And he knows what it is and what it takes in order for athletes to go out there and represent the country and do themselves and Nigeria proud. So I think that Popola has raised a very valid point, and I would encourage the government as well to look into it, because honestly, the sports ministers have done more harm than good in recent times. Most of them have focused on one sport, and that is football.
So that's it. We identify the problems associated with sports in Nigeria, just to find a way out to make it admirable. Again, we also saw visuals from Warri, from the Warri Grand Prix, and today there will also be action in the All Nigeria Athletics Championships. It will run until about Friday, and that's what Ivan is trying to say, particularly with Tony Popola, that it's about time we have a leadership that is responsible, that is accountable, that wants to see development. It's not just about football. We also spoke about globalization of Nigerian sports, and we say for it to do well, there must be attention on other sports. Nigeria is doing very well in boxing, in table tennis, even cricket. Since the late 19th century, cricket has been played in Nigeria. What happened? Why the decline? Let's quickly listen to a table tennis player that has also done well for himself and his country, and is looking forward to breaking record. He wants to feature at the Olympic Games for a record 7th time. Segun Toriola believes he can do it. When we come back, we'll talk table tennis. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
Well, it's a matter of hard working. A lot of people can still, see me still playing because I program myself. I train hard, in sports. when age is not matter in table tennis. You know, when you train hard, you focus, you still believe you can still play. You always can still play table tennis. So that's why I'm still playing, and that's why I want to play African games. You know, just to win a gold medal for Nigeria, because for us it's very important this time around African games, because we need to do something. Egyptians have been disturbing us now. The last African Mopoto, they won 4 gold medals, we won 3 gold medals out of 7. But this time around, we are trying to win more gold medals. So I think we have a lot of chances in this time around, because we knew our problem, and this is what we have been doing in the camp now. All our training, we focus on our problem, because our tactics, we need to change the tactics the way we are playing them in the past. So if you are still continuing to play the same way we played in the past, it's very difficult for us to win against them. But this time around, we analyzed all the past matches, the video, all the video matches, and we studied a lot, and we got our problem. We know our problem now, so we are working on it.
40-year-old Segun Toriola speaking on Nigeria's preparation for the All-Africa Games and his bid to win, not just feature, to win a gold medal at the All-Africa Games and then get qualification to the Rio 2016 Olympics. Let's quickly read this message that we got on Facebook. Olaleko Okusan loves covering table tennis. He says Nigeria needs to work hard in table tennis, because what happened in Cameroon is a glimpse of what to expect in Congo-Brazzaville. We need a technically sound coach to tinker the team. And even Segun Toriola said the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. He raised the same thing. He said the players have been training with the same method over and over again. That without a new method coming in place, the Egyptians will still go ahead to defeat Nigeria at the All-African Games. And that's very, very true. So I think that, like Olalekon said, Nigeria needs to get a coach that is technically sound, that is in the know of the new developments in terms of techniques when it comes to table tennis in today's world.
I totally agree. And just also later, some of the old guys are still having interest. That's Monday. Moroton, he has played table tennis for a long time. There was also Kazim. Kazim was also part of it. Segun Toriola is also still going strong, and that's because table tennis doesn't have an age tied to it. At 60, if you're still going strong, you can play table tennis.
Yeah, it is. If you are good, you can play. But here's the thing. I firmly believe that the likes of Segun Toriola, Kazim, all of these guys could have at least retired if there was a transition process. But there's nobody coming on board.
Yeah.
There's no youngster that is being taught the ropes. There's no youngster that the Tennis Federation has taken and really brought trainings to him. So I think that for Toriola, Kazim, and their likes, they would continue to remain Nigeria's representatives until there's a transition process involved when it comes to table tennis.
That's it, and everything still rises and falls on leadership. The leadership should ensure that there's a good program that's talent discovery and development.
Genuine young talent.
That's it. Go to the schools, get this talent. We have a lot of them coming up the ranks now. I spoke to Edem of Young. She's the best female table tennis player. She says it's not about them anymore. Esther Oribamishe is playing good table tennis. Let's support. Ahmed Bello stunned Saka in Cameroon. Let's look at it and see ways. Hassan Nuruddin did very well at the Lagos Open. We also need to support them. I totally agree with that. So that's it. Over to the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation. We need to do more for talent discovery and development as we get ready for the All-Africa Games. Quickly, let's talk about Michel Platini, Ivan. I knew it was going to come out. The acceptance was overwhelming. But it's FIFA. You should be careful.
Well, they should be careful, and I think Platini is a very, very wise man. He was a brilliant footballer, and he's turned out to be another brilliant football administrator. Not many people are able to do the two in one lifetime. But Platini has been able to manage these things very, very well. I was expecting him to announce his candidacy. I always knew he was never going to compete or go against Sepp Blatter, but Sepp Blatter was still the helms of affairs. Right now, Sepp Blatter is going to step down. Platini is the one February, and I honestly believe that he's going to win because he has most of the federations on board. UEFA on board, yes, the Asian Federation body is most of them are as well involved. But there's Prince Ali bin Hussein of Jordan who might get some votes. CONMEBOL as well, CONCACAF region. The major opportunity right now is CAF.
Africa.
54 bodies in CAF. That's a whole lot. So if Platini can convince at least 30.
He can't divide them.
Well, he can't divide them. He can't divide them. And he's someone who is very eloquent, who, when he speaks, it takes you along, and it really inspires you. So I think he's going to use all of his abilities to sway the African vote to his favor. I honestly don't see anybody, any football administrator right now that has done the sort of job Platini has done over the last 8 years. He's managed UEFA superbly. The inclusion of financial fair play rule, the way he's been able to make teams from Cyprus, Malta, and Andorra get to be part of the Champions League, get part of the big, cash pots that Champions League is all about. He's been able to do all of these things very well. Why not upsetting the balance of the big boys?
But then, a lot of his critics are saying he should come and explain his stance for Qatar 2022.
Well, he said it clearly, time and time again. He voted for Qatar. Why? Because he believed in the dream of Qatar. And the English FA, who are very critical of Qatar, have come to say that, well, if everybody could have been honest as Platini was in terms of, saying,
even now you
for
see
Qatar,
the politics.
It's all about politics.
I know.
Politics at the highest level of football is being played at the Zurich headquarters of FIFA, and Platini is about to get in there, and I honestly believe that he's going to win next year.
Michel Platini wants to restore the image of world's football governing body, FIFA, in the wake of serious corruption allegations. So that's the first task for Michel Platini when he eventually wins the FIFA presidency. Okay, quickly, let's talk about some transfer news. We told you yesterday, Abu Dhabi is leaving Arsenal. He's not going to West Ham, he's going to Marseille. And this guy, Luis Felipe, left Atletico Madrid, went to Chelsea, didn't go well for him, and he's back to Atletico.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just a year after. It's more like a loan deal. It's more like
internship. Let's just see how Chelsea is doing.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
But you can't blame him. Footballers, especially the good ones, love to play week in, week out. At Chelsea, it was finding difficult
14 or 19 games
all
season.
Just 15 in the Premier League. The others came in other competitions, scored just 1 goal in the FA Cup, in the Carling Cup win over Derby County, stunning free kick that was. But going back to Atletico Madrid is something that will do him and the club a whole lot of good. Don't forget, Atletico Madrid last season brought in Guillermo Siqueira to cover for him, but Siqueira has done a very, very poor job as a left back, and Felipe Luis is coming to a place where he's used to everybody, the fans, the coach, the players, and he's coming in with the philosophy imbibed in him by the manager, Diego Simeone. So I think that this is a very, very good move that will benefit both parties.
And if you see Atletico Madrid, I think they have a good continuity program. Fernando Torres left, came back, and Luis Felipe is back. So maybe they'll be hoping, can Diego Costa come back someday? And let's just search and see. It's football, anything can happen. I want to quickly get your thoughts on Arturo Vidal and this move to Bayern Munich.
Well, I think it's a brilliant move. It's a brilliant move. Bayern Munich had lost, Bastian Schweinsteiger to Manchester United, and they needed another energetic box-to-box midfielder. And who better fits the bill than Arturo Vidal? He's someone who, should have been at Bayern Munich orderly years ago, but because Bayer Leverkusen refused to sell to their German rivals, he went to Juventus. Now, 4 years down the line, Juventus have sold him for a huge amount, 40 million euros down to Bayern Munich. And I think he's going to be an important member of Pep Guardiola, provided they don't fall out on the training ground.
That's it. Arturo Vidal, good footballer, fantastic work rate. And again, now that's the word, and now he's winning. Let's quickly take some messages on Facebook again. Today, not Twitter, let's give some love to Facebook. Abankole Oyelayo Akintayo says, why can't we groom our athletes locally? Virtually all of them sound American. The Athletics Federation of Nigeria should do something about it on time. We keep saying it. These Americans are coming here, they're beating our athletes, and then the AFN says if they beat your athletes, they have to feature.
Well, the thing is, he said something, why can't the Nigerian...
We groom our own locally.
The components are not here. The components are over there. So the federation take the few that they can over there, they groom them for a long period of time, then they come here and they didn't learn the ropes under this environment. They learned it over there. So you don't expect them to exhibit the skills that the local Nigerian table tennis player or any athlete would exhibit. They exhibit the ones that they were learned over there, which, to be honest, are of international standards.
Okay. Let's quickly talk about tennis, and I will wrap up with that. The Hamburg Open going on. Rafael Nadal, a lot of people are looking towards him. But Fognini is in the quarterfinals.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think he's someone who we should watch. Javier Fognini, the Italian. He's had a decent year by standards. But like you said, everybody is looking at Rafael Nadal. For 7 years, he didn't play at Hamburg. Now he's come back. He's suffered greatly 2015. Wimbledon, the French Open, you know, the Australian Open. He needs to get something. He needs to get a trophy under his belt. He needs to recover the kind of form we knew him for back in the days. He needs all of the confidence in the world.
With his power play.
Well, that's the only problem with Rafael Nadal. Right now, it doesn't seem as if he's going to change his ways, because he's going to look at Roger Federer. He's way into his 30s, but because of the technique and the style of play, he's able to keep on getting to finals and win, you know, ATP tours. But Rafael Nadal, power play takes a toll on his knee. End of the day, I don't think he'll go very, very far.
Okay, Ivan, that's it for tennis. Let's just take this final comment on Twitter. Agwe Matthew says, I still feel very sad about Gloria Ofoge's injury. Is the Nigeria Football Federation not going to help? Is there currently a platform where we fans may contribute towards her surgery? And is writing from Liverpool. Well, the update is that the Nigeria Football Federation is speaking with Gloria Ofoge. They have assisted Obinna Nwobodo. He's doing fine now, so hopefully help will come the way of Gloria. Ivan, I must thank you so much for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure, Austin.
That's it. So that's it. That's the show. That's where the curtain falls. On this edition of Sports this morning on Channels TV. But remember, you can keep talking to us on Twitter, we're Channels_Sports, and on Facebook, we're Channels-Sports. On behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okonapa. I'll be back again tonight for some more sports. But until then, in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.